On the 2nd of June 2016, the Ogoni people of the Niger Delta region were thrown into a moment of a wild jubilation as the federal government flagged off the Ogoni cleanup. With that highly symbolic gesture, many keen observers looked forward to a narrative that beholds a turning point of a long-drawn, painful agitation. Over a year after, the desperate reality of the Ogoni land still cries out for intervention. What happens to the federal government planned implementation of the $1 billion UNEP report? Have the JV partners redeemed their counterpart funds? How much has the federal government committed so far into the project? And when is the actual cleanup of the Ogoni taking off? It's question time. Welcome to the program. I'm Benga Ashiru. You can also join in this conversation. Send us a comment on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. On January 2017, the new Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project, HYPREP office, was set up to commence the legwork for the Ogoni cleanup. What has been the progress report in the Ogoni land? Channels TV crew met with the project coordinator of HYPREP, Mr. Dekil Marvin. Join us in this exclusive interview.
Federal government commitment to the Niger Delta is unwavering. And one of those is the cleanup of the region, prompting the setting up of a hydrocarbon pollution remediation project, which also came as a result of a report of the UN Environment, popularly called UNEP, report on Ogoni land. And that report submitted sometime 2011 and being implemented this time by the federal government. I want to start that the commitment of the government was such that to get this project on track, there were decisions and activities that had to be put in place for this to start. One was looking at the Gazette, which is more like the constitution of the project, that has been reviewed, and also the structuring of the governing bodies of the project, which is HYPREP. The governing bodies now have three institutions. So we have the Board of Trustees, we have the Governing Council, and we have the Project Coordination Office.
The public would want to know now, because we really don't have the luxury of time. When exactly is the cleanup taking off?
These structures are there to ensure that the project takes off smoothly. And when you say, when is the project going to start? The project has started. The procedure, the process for getting the project started is to put together the building blocks, which I was telling you. It's the governing structure of the institution of HYPREP, so that the project is immune from political manipulations and variations in the environment, which is part of the reason the previous attempts were not successful. So the commitment was to ensure that whatever process is in place is one that endures time and political transition. So that has been achieved.
Now, you complain about the intrusion of political elements in the hydrocarbon pollution remediation project in the past, the UNEP report. But now, can you really dissociate the public, the politics, away from this cleanup project? Because we understand that the movement for the survival of Ogoni people has a stake in this. The government has a stake in this. The IOCs. So how do you intend to kick off this without the intrusion of political elements?
In the Governing Council, you have the community, which is represented by MOSOP on the Governing Council. You have the IOCs, you have government, you have civil society. All of these people are stakeholders in the project. And this is exactly done to make sure that all stakeholders are considered and also adequately represented in decision-making for the project. That's one. Two, talking about the technical aspect of the project, which is what you're asking. When is it starting? It has started. If the Project Coordination Office started in March and actually commenced in April. So the office took off, but actually we started in April this year. Now, between April and today, which is August, So much has been done. One, we have gone to the communities and we have sensitized the people across the 4 LGAs. In Gokana, we've been there. We've been to specific communities which we've been to engage with the paramount leaders. We've spoken to the women leaders. We've spoken to the youths. And we are already opening demonstration sites across these 4 LGAs. If you go to Thai local government area, we're opening a demonstration site with 2 companies there to demonstrate the best technology they have for the project. These are companies that are demonstrating this at all cost to themselves. We are not paying for it because we offer these companies the opportunity to showcase their technology. This was only done after extensive sensitization in these communities.
Would you sweep under the carpet that the Ijaw Youth Congress are mounting a dissenting voices that they are not being carried along in this project that affects their livelihood?
Well, you know, the project is HYPREP has a national mandate, but we are starting in Ogoni. So the particular report we are implementing is that of the Ogoni people, okay? But we're starting with the Ogoni people and we are engaging with the youths across the land when we get to all these other areas. But right now we're talking to Ogoni people and Ogoni youths and everybody, those who are stakeholders in this. Now, being carried along depends on what people mean by being carried along. A couple of days ago, the Minister of Environment, the Minister of State for Environment, Ibrahim Usman Jibril himself came down and was with us in our office in Port Harcourt, meeting with a section of youths, those involved in artisanal refining that renounced the activity they're doing. They told us that they buy into our project and they will stop all activities that will cause further repollution of the environment. This is a program that we are engaging with the youths to ensure that they do not constitute a problem to the project by providing for them alternative livelihood.